What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Ty and Bob Pod. We should just call it the Bob Pod because he's always bringing the goods from everything he saw on film from his lovely home out there in the great state of Michigan. Bob, you got a Milwaukee Journal Sentinel hoodie on, I see.
Yeah, how about
Representing.
that?
All right. All right.
Given to me on my final day of employment. I love this sweatshirt. Love the
I like
JNs,
it.
man.
Hey, after all of the years of service that you supplied the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, I like it. My brain is so bearsified at this point with that three-parter. I chuckle because I'm thinking of what I heard about one of the fired employees there, the metal coach Mike Wiley, how when he got canned. And they had to send him his stuff back. They didn't send him his team issued clothing with his name on it. That did not make its way back to his house. So that you got to step up on
So
a Bears
Tyler,
mental coach.
so it's been about 10 days since the series concluded, right? 9 or 10 days. All right.
Couple
So,
weeks, yeah.
yeah. How was the reception, would you say, among our membership and then nationwide? And what's been the feedback? I mean, I read the entire thing, loved every inch of it, but I haven't seen a whole lot of feedback.
Another kind of funny note that just popped in my head: we've actually had bear sightings near our house. So there's there's some irony, right? We got a
Yeah.
bear hanging out on the property. Might have to not just play with the kids outside at certain times of the day. No, the reception's been awesome. Our readers, subscribers are the absolute best. And I know I'm biased because they are the reason that Go Long exists and I can feed my three children. But no, and I've said it before, like to everybody out there who is willing to stop what they're doing in their day-to-day lives and read 27,000 words. It's a commitment of several hours over the course of a week. We're all so busy with everything we've got going on in our lives. I am so unbelievably grateful for all of you out there listening who have read and reached out. The reception has just been, it's blown my mind. And I want all feedback, of course. If you have a question, let me know. I'll do my best to answer it. And the reporting, the content, or anything at all. But it just goes to show that there's so many people out there thirsting for the real NFL beyond the press conference. What's happening behind the scenes, right? There's what we're told, and then there's the real shit that's going down, and it ain't always pretty. And you, Bob, I mean, if you have relentlessly pursued that world as well as anybody who's covered this great game, talking to your network of scouts and coaches around the NFL, and I think since covering this game myself, 2011 is the first full-time season covering the NFL. Since then, I've built up a pretty deep Rolodex, and I'm trying to bring this Thronesian world to life best I can to our readers. And yeah, we write for you, man. Like we write for the people that want to dig into this and are prepared for the good, the bad, the ugly, raw pro football. Sometimes it's sitting down with a Zay Jones and he's reliving the night he almost threw himself out of a window 30 floors high, right? It's those player profiles. We want to bring you those. But I think that the reaction to this series is just another reminder of what our subscribers want. They want to know what's happening inside of those draft meetings, inside of those Friday walkthroughs and Saturday, those meetings, places that you can't go. That's where our readers want to be. And I think there's a lot of media out there that cannot take readers to those places or will not because it might be a little uncomfortable. We don't care. Like we don't care if people on Twitter X, Blue Sky are losing their minds over three of those 27,000 words and screenshotting this screenshot. We don't, but we're going to relentlessly pursue the real deal here best we can.
Yep, and you do. What was I going to say? Forgot it. It slipped my mind. It'll come back to me, Tyler. I'm sorry.
It's all right. We got a lot of football to discuss here on the Ty and Bob Pod. The Lions
Oh,
curb
Tyler,
stomped the Bears.
let me bring this up, okay? Now, we have no advertising, do we, Tyler? On
No,
our site, there's no ads, no pop-ups, that stuff. The one thing that, okay, I'll sound like a real homer here, but still at Michigan Stadium, built in 1927, there's no signage, and it's still called Michigan Stadium. Now, that could change, but it hasn't in 98 years, so we'll see. But that's kind of nice. That's
I think
it
it's
there, Tyler.
well, it's important too. That's a good note, and I who knows what the future holds. And I've had various sponsorship opportunities come up. People that want to slap their advertisements on our screens and be a part of this podcast. But thankfully, so many of you out there listening have subscribed and shared with a friend, gifted a subscription here and there. Like that's what we want it to be. Like we want it 100% fueled by readers. I think that's so important to maintain our independence and just kind of stay 100 miles an hour, one independent direction where we're not influenced by anything. Think of all the gambling BS out there that's polluting websites and podcasts. And I get it. There's a lot of money to be had. Um, I don't want to take gambling money. Like it's no thanks. I think that lives are being ruined. Not to get on a moral high ground by any means. I've gambled on a game here and there, but I don't know. I just if we can avoid all that, all the better, right? And if we're not concerned with Twitter backlash, then we're going to bring you the truth, and it's going to be unvarnished. And we don't care if the mob disagrees because we're writing for you. We're writing for the fan, the consumer, pouring their hard-earned money into this sport. I think they deserve that unvarnished reality. So yeah, to your point on just being independent and avoiding any other sources of income when it comes to go along. I think there's a lot that goes into that is important. So we can think clearly.
Could I add one little aside before we plunge forward here, Tyler? I've never bet on anything in sports. It would just ruin it for me. I just love to watch the athleticism, the prowess, the competition. I don't need any of that stuff, and
Good for
I've
you.
never bet, and I never will.
Good for you. Yeah, it's we had Jim Monis on the Go Long Pod for a number of years, and he the, he's a good gambler. He's a smart gambler. He knows what he's doing. It's kind of like you've got to pot commit if you're going to. You can't just dip your toes into that world. You have to know what in the hell you're doing and be willing to lose a lot of money to make a lot of money. And I don't know. I don't want to just throw around hundreds and thousands of dollars on the whims of a funny shaped ball with 2 points, right? Like anything can happen in these games. No thanks. It is hilarious though, seeing how the NFL has just slipped into bed with FanDuel and DraftKings and all these different companies. Right? They know what they're doing. I mean, they're basically drug dealers at this point. Like, yeah, sign up and get X amount of dollars off Sunday ticket to on your first bet. It's awful. It's awful. Nobody
Yeah,
wants to say it out loud, but we can.
yeah.
Roger Goodell and the owners, they're cornering you. Hey man, take this deal. We'll give you some money off of our streaming services to watch football. Just place this bet. And it's one click of the button and you can pour money into your deposit and it's all right there and it's all in the app. Oh, if you got a gambling problem, by the way, just dial this number. I believe in free will. I get it. You can make the point on alcohol and beer commercials and all of that, but there's still something gross about it that doesn't sit well with me. It's like I don't know. The NFL's treating everybody like Tyrone Biggums from the Chappelle Show. Is that a reference that resonates at all, Bob? No.
No, I've never
You
seen
never, you
that.
never watched the Chappelle Show back in the day?
No.
Yeah, the NFL's they're basically thinking we're all like Tyrone Biggums, just scratching our neck in need of crack. That's what they're treating. They're consumers like. So we won't do that. We promise you. And if you get a chance, maybe Google Tyrone Biggums after the show, Bob. Watch Chappelle's show. Let me
Oh,
know if
I'll
it's
be
funny
right
to
on
you.
it, Tyler.
Do you know who Dave Chappelle is? No?
No, the tape. What?
Do you know who Dave Chappelle
Yeah. Oh,
is?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
Okay,
who
you
he
do know
is.
Dave Chappelle. All right.
Absolutely. That I
After
do
my
know, but
Edmund
I've never seen
Fitzgerald
the
gaffe
show.
years ago, I thought I might have you there.
I got him.
All right. All right. All right, let's get into the games. Where do we start? I mean, the Green Bay Packers are getting their roses coast
Let's
to
go back.
coast.
Let's go back Thursday night, right?
Yeah, let's start there. They take it to my Super Bowl pick, the Washington Commanders, or at least I had them in the Super Bowl. It really wasn't a contest. The score was a little deceiving from the word go. Green Bay slugged Washington in the jaw, and Washington was wobbly from there. What stood out to you most with this one?
Well, one thing now, Tyler. So after two games, Green Bay's 2-0, the Vikes and the Lions 1-1, the Bears 0-2. So they got the lead. Will they ever give the lead up in the NFC North this season? We both picked the Packers to win this division, correct? Yep.
Correct.
Uh, they may not, Tyler. They may not. That's how good they looked. I watched that game again this last night, half, and then the second half this morning again. Whew. All right. Well, let's start with the positions. I mean, they don't have the right tackle Zach Tom and their left guard Banks. I mean, but they have so much depth at so many positions. All right, let's get to it.